I think now it came to the time when I have to be absolutely honest with myself and accept the failures that I've done in my life. Just like look back through, make a small consolidation of my learning, and understand like what mistakes have I made, and how can I become better, and just improve my life, and see like what mistakes I've made. So this is going to be a personal chat with myself. Just set it up, the camera, some lighting, basic. Just decided to talk to myself and talk to you guys and see like what the fuck I have actually done in my life and how can I become better, and just be honest with all. So let's head back to 2020 when the COVID-19 happens. I was studying in the boarding school in the UK, and well, as you know, probably all the schools were closed. So I'm originally from Latvia, and I flew back to Latvia, stayed at my home, and I realized, well, damn, there is not really much school happening, and all the lessons are in Teams, and I was like, what's the whole point of like that bullshit? Because if you can do school online, I was like, oh my god, this is just a simulation. So since my whole family was stuck at home and I was stuck at home as well, my dad's kind of like, oh, why don't you do something useful? Why don't you like learn something new? And I guess I was looking at it myself, but I was looking at the entrepreneurs, kind of like looking and finding an answer to what I can do. So I was looking at different entrepreneurs, finding what I can actually do. And then my dad was like, oh, there is like this trader, very popular on YouTube, and he's actually getting a lot of popularity, and he's a big guy. And I was like, okay, well, let me try it. So what happens is that me and my mom, we hop on the course, and he starts like telling us, oh my god, guys, you can become rich. That fucking Ponzi scheme where they guarantee becoming rich, but then you need to bring the people in and stuff. It's not a pyramid scheme, but he basically earns his profit from people buying his courses actually. So that was the funniest part, right? So he was like pretending to be a proper trader and being like an honest guy, but as it turned around, actually it was not like that. So I mean, that's just life is. I mean, I guess you learn by being scammed or by being said lies. You learn, and you have to learn from your own mistakes. And people are such creatures that they can learn only from their own mistakes. So I guess that's just the way it is. And then I took his course, started learning a bit more about trading, getting to know the strategies and stuff. And the interesting part about it is I got my money into it, so I turned like 300 to 415 a week, which was like 50% increase. And with the COVID times, it was very actually like easy making that type of money quick, I mean. So it was good cash, and then I lost everything within like a week. Got my money. It was my birthday actually approaching, and I got like 2K from my family and from my friends. Like I got the money, and I decided, wait, let me actually like invest that and try it out. And well, as you can see, what happened is that actually I lost all of it again. And well, my parents, they decided, okay, you can't really make money yourself, so they bought me another course from the same trader, like which was professional, with his mentors kind of like tutoring me, and so I was getting to know about trading and all that stuff. And I was like, okay, maybe that works. So I started trading more and more. So I think I received 10K from my family, or like around 10K I received from my family, and I was trading a bit. Then they told me your maximum loss is 1K. If you lose 1K, then it's all done. You can't do anymore. So I was actually stuck for like a half a year, maybe more, around the same amount of 10K, not really making any profits, not really going anywhere. And then like when people were asking me, what do you do? I was like, I'm a school guy, I'm doing my A-levels and I'm trading and doing this and that. And people and I was like, do you do, and they'll ask me, do you do anything on the side? I was like, oh, of course I do, I'm a trader. But back in the day when you used to tell them like, oh, you're a trader, everyone was like, wow, what the heck is that? How do you do it? And I had to explain to them like everything about it. And then one guy approached me, and he was like, actually he's like a friend of a family, so he approached us. He was like my guardian. The guy approached me, he's like, I really like how you trade and stuff. I really like your story. Man, invest in you. So this guy ends up investing into me. Like I said, I can do like 10k max. So he started to invest 10k. Then next week he sees that like I made like a 1k profit. He did like 20k. I made 2k profit, and then he's like 100k. And then I made him 10k, withdrew 10k, 30% I received myself, and 70% I gave to him. So in total I made 3k myself. Had a lovely holiday, made it absolutely amazing investment, great investment opportunity, was really amazing. And what's also interesting is I received from 10k that I had, I made it to 20k. So it double X'd of my own money that I had, and withdrew 10k. So in total I had 13k withdrawals. And when the Russian-Ukrainian war happened, my 10k got frozen, so they're still frozen to that day, and I cannot do anything about this money. So I guess, I'll have to figure it out. As you can see, like I talk about these losses, smiling and laughing, but at the time it was actually quite a painful experience for me. And I was suffering a lot from this. Relationships with my parents were going down, and I think I still have a bit of a trauma with my parents, especially like after what happened, the money and recovery. I think like there is no need for psychologists, but I decided to film that video because I realized I need to be honest with myself, and I need to be honest about this publicly. So everything was great summer, making profits, and then guess what? 2022, after the bull rally that we had, starts to become the bearish market, and investment of my father, he gave me a 50k, went down, so I made him like from 50 to 60. It was a good experience, and then I lost it like half, so it was 30k. And then with invest I lost him 60k from 110, so so it went down to 60k, so I lost around like 50% of most of the investments. So in total I calculated I've lost over $100,000 in lifetime. And I realized that all of these things that I were making, all of the losses that I were making throughout my lifetime were because I was not following the plan. I didn't really have a clear structure in my head of my steps of what I had to do, go from point A to point Z, and like what should I do. And I was really not well disciplined, and I didn't have enough passion and dedication to the thing that I was doing, and I was like kind of flying in the clouds, not being really myself, not being really present in the moment. And I realize now it's enough. It's enough. Like I heard enough of my parents suffering, of me suffering, of my family suffering, and I need to take my life into my own hands and prove not only to myself but to my whole family and to everyone else that I'm actually a fucking genius, and I can make this money not only back but multiply money and become the greatest trader this world has ever seen. And that's my goal. Thank you guys for listening. This is how my journey starts. We start from a negative 100k, and I guess I'll keep you updated on how we're gonna go from 100k. So it's like I just want to start my journal, my whole history, and be public about it. And well, most of the people, they start with, like I started from zero and I became like someone. We are starting from negative. So we are starting on the sub-zero level, and we are gonna build up and become even better than we are now. And our story is insane, and I love, guys, that you're with me. And thank you very much for joining on the journey, and keep in touch. And I'm very happy we're starting this journey together, guys.